Right, we should be live, but we'll just double check real quick because it takes a minute usually to actually show up. You want to get your screen up? I guess we can start with your screen. I'll let you know once we're
Yeah,
officially live.
yeah, sure, man. Let's take a look. Do. Let's share it. All right, man. What should I talk about first, Nasdaq or gold?
Whatever you want. Let me just before you start, you just gotta wait for the stream to officially start.
Oh,
It
okay.
takes like a full 60 to 120 seconds. I've realized sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's okay. No worries, man.
Okay, we are
Have,
live on X. Just got to make sure we're live on YouTube too. That's the most important one.
yeah.
There we go. Okay, dope.
Have,
We are live. All right, bro. Yeah, get into
cool,
it.
cool.
What are you looking at?
No worries, man. Have you analyzed yet? What's going on?
No, man. I did just put my volume profile levels up and took like a quick
Yeah.
peek. I would like to short, so I already like this. I would much prefer to see the shorts. But yeah,
Yeah,
let me know what you're seeing.
yeah. So, I mean, yesterday was good. If we just go through that quickly, we had, look at that, we had a really good volume profile level, the value area high, which held throughout Asia. It was tested again during New York as well, and it held. But yeah, during Asia, when we held that, we started to invert. 30-minute fair value gap just went up. Nice run, all-time highs on NAS, which is nice. I actually am on the CFD Nasdaq actually, by the
Oh,
way,
did the
just to
CFD
know.
contract make all time highs?
Sorry?
Did you say the CFD contract made all time highs?
It did. I think on yeah, so let's have a look.
Damn, that's so
Yes. Oh
interesting.
no. Yeah, there we go. So all-time high right there. And there we go. So is it not at all-time high yet on
Okay,
futures? Let's have
yeah,
a look.
that's interesting.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, hasn't hit it yet. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
seen that happen a few times. That does happen from time to time.
there we go. Alrighty. Well, anyway, so I've just been analyzing this chart today. What I saw, which we'll see if the price action is similar on the NQ contract. As I mentioned, we had that volume profile level. Prices come up. It's obviously quite bullish, but looking at the most recent fair value gaps that are created in price is where the direction that you really want to be trading in. And I've really taken that from your last stream.
Mm,
Um, and so what I've got here is this one inverted, right? So this one inverted,
yes, sir.
and then this one created on the downside. So I was like, okay, cool,
BPR.
that's good. Yeah, yeah. And we actually came into that, tested it, held it, and now we're trading into it. So price didn't really create any fair value gaps on the way up. It just sort of crept up, which is
Yes,
good. No
sir.
displacement. Didn't really close into it. Tested the value area high from last night. Well, actually, yeah, and that we actually did that this morning, just on this market open, and now, yeah, we're sort of hovering around in there. So to me, I was like, okay, cool, we've done that, and now we've actually broken 5-minute structure as well. We've come back into the midpoint of that fair value gap. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty safe to enter there, and that's what I've done. So the there's, in terms of a target though, it's hard to say because what we have the low from yesterday, we have this low, which is liquidity target,
Yeah.
but usually what I would like to do is if there was like a 5-minute fair value gap to target in here, maybe something like even that little one here could be a target, for example, just like putting it in there. Which one should I do? Even just here, like that could be a reasonable target, I suppose, but like that would just be like what I would say would be like a low hanging fruit. We also have yesterday's point of control around there, so that would be like the most obvious target to me.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like
But
it.
we'll see how we go. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. I'll get my chart up and show you what I see. It's pretty similar. Pretty similar.
Yep. Okay. I'll close up
Pull
mine
mine
then.
up. By the way, guys, thank you for joining. If you did just join, hit the like, as the influencers say, smash the like button. All that good stuff helps the algorithm out a lot. Yeah, I'm seeing similar stuff. So obviously, so I ended up finally breaking my red streak. We haven't talked much this week, bro, but I've been red Monday and Tuesday, 2 red days in a row. Never fun. But on Tuesday, at least, I managed my risk a lot better and wasn't a big red day. So then came in today and I was like, bro, I just need to put green on the board. Like, that's what I got to do. And that's what I did. Made like 650, on all 3 accounts. And I'm like, that's it. I'm chilling. And it was actually on a short on this price leg. So I was in it for a damn long time too, man. But the analysis for that trade was very simple. I mean, at this point, like, bro, I know that we're ultimately going to go higher, but I'm just thinking like we need a mean reversion. Like we're bound to get it. We've had 2 bullish days with literally no pullback from like the daily open to the close. Like we're due for a mean reversion. Even though we weren't at any high time frame level, my thought process was we're in a deep premium on the higher time frame. We had a sweep of the previous day's high. I'm talking about this price leg. So we swept previous day's high. And I mean, not going to lie, it was pretty simple after that. I was looking at this inversion right here. Where was it? Right here. So I just had this inversion marked out. It didn't even hold the way I would like, but I did get in on this pullback right here. And I had to use like a tight stop. Actually, I think my entry was bigger. I do have a screenshot of it. It was somewhere around here. And I had my stop right above the high. I got like 2 ticks away from being stopped out. I was just like, in the moment, I was like, bro, I cannot make money this week. Like I really thought like I was about to take another L. But luckily we didn't. And my thought process was we got to take out Asia lows. Like we just have to, bro. Look at all this built up liquidity. I just was like, we have to take this. It's going to happen. And lows were taken. So I got out around inside this wick. That felt really nice. And after that, I just shut it down, man, and was like, okay, I'm done. But for today, I also think we can go a bit lower simply because we have more low resistance liquidity now that we've built up here. So I like the short idea. I do think maybe it's possible we sweep this high one more time. What I would like to see is us put in some type of bearish SMT up here. We don't have any higher time frame fair value gaps on the downside. I think you spotted a 30-minute, right? On the NQ?
That's right.
So that's nice. Okay. Yeah, we got that 30, so that's good. I would want that marked out as well. We also have previous day's value area high, so this could be the line in the sand for me, whether we want to come up and sweep it one more time and then break down, or if we just want it to hold. I would also like to look for a short with you somewhere in here. And I would look for like Asia session if we can catch a move in the next 30 to 40 minutes. Like it'd be low hanging fruit if I could catch something like this, you know what I mean, down to the POC. Like that'd be great. But I do want to be a little cautious right here because the one thing I've been learning about this week is like, dude, it just, if it wants to grind up higher, it will grind up higher. It's been a real bitch. But yeah, if we can put in some type of bearish SMT, that would be really key for me. I'd probably take the trade on ES, but it's about looks similar setup. But we got equal lows right here. Like it's one of those things where we are going to take out these lows at some point today. And it's just about timing if you can catch the right setup for it. So beautiful. That's what I'm seeing, man. So I'm going to be a little patient and wait, see what happens here. If I can get like a 1-minute inversion, maybe I'll take the trade or break below the POC of the previous day. That'd be nice. But actually real quick, we should talk about the podcast that you recorded, man. I should post that into the chat. Guys, Aiden, he did like a really professional podcast. It's pretty sick. You guys should check it out and subscribe. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Yeah, dude, it was very good. So it was with Richard Jackson and Jay McKean. So they're Aussie traders. Richard's been in the game for ages. He's been trading for like 20 years, which is crazy. He was trading before the internet was even a thing. and he's actually very, very good, but he's never really built much of a brand. So he's kind of a little bit unknown. So I've been working with him, doing some advertising, and Jay is one of his students. Jay's actually an ex-hedge fund guy,
Is this
but
Jay?
now he trades. That's Jake that you're pointing to, and Jay is the guy with the glasses.
Okay.
So that's Jay. Yeah. So Jay, like, he's a phenomenal trader. Like, he came as a student and to learn from Richard, and he was profitable out the gate with his strategies because he's come from a hedge fund background. But the thing is, trading retail, it's very different to trading in a hedge fund. It's very different. The strategies that are different. What the objectives are different. In the end, you're trying to make money, but you're doing it very differently. So it was very interesting to talk to him about, the transition that he's making. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, the trend.
That's really sick. I'm going to post this into the chat.
Good stuff, man. Thank you. Yeah, it was a really, really good discussion.
Yeah, it was a good discussion. I got like halfway through so far. I was somewhere around here, like maybe 30 minutes in. Really good discussion so far. Really good.
Yeah, man, it was definitely good. Loved it. We had a lot of fun.
And you have more coming, you said, right?
Yeah, so we got a couple more episodes recorded that day. One was just with Richard, which is good to talk to him some more, and another one with another one of his students who is a little bit newer to the game as well, but he's also doing quite well. So yeah, they were both really, really good discussions. So particularly the one with Richard, I really enjoyed that because we got to talk to him a bit in depth about his whole business that he runs now, why he does what he does, and how he succeeds in trading as well. So he's trading some pretty decent size at the moment. So yeah, it's very good to talk to someone that's actually doing decent size in the live market.
Live market,
nothing to hide. Yeah. Yep. And he trades live in front of everyone every day as well. When he, when he does trade, which is most days of the week, he'll trade the Euro Open, and he does that live for all of his mentees, trainees inside of his traineeship that he's running. So, which is awesome because they all get to see that, hey, and I've got nothing to hide. Like, I'm here trading, and people can see inside of his mind and the way that he does things. So I'm actually pretty keen on getting him to do some psychology coaching for me too, because as you know, man, over time my analysis tends to be good enough to make profit for sure, but psychology sometimes gets the better of me whenever I have a live account.
Dude, your analysis is great. It really is.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, by the way, we got some more people. More people in the chat. Giancarlo, what up, brother? And we got Subra. I think you might be new. I haven't seen you in here. Good morning. Welcome.
Welcome to the chat. If anyone's got some analysis going, trade ideas, post them in there. We'll see whether we can put them to the test. If you're brave enough to post your analysis, maybe Zab and I can take a look at what you're looking at and see what we can break it down. Maybe agree with you, maybe disagree. But either way, it's good to have your thoughts challenged. So don't be shy. Anyone.
Agreed.
Good thing.
Looks like you're getting a little bit. We're getting a little bit of pullback here. Hopefully, this 30-minute fair value gap holds up for you right now.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It is lining up. So I'm as I've been live with you at the moment, I'm looking at things. I'm like, okay, do we have any reason to break above this 30-minute fair value gap at the moment? I don't know.
Bro, this is the thing. It's like there's no it's just like it just wants to, so it will. That's the way this week has been, bro. It's just been grind up, makes you think you're due for that pullback, and like you're just not going to get it. Even that short that I took today, like I'm so not lucky. I was prepared to get in at the top, but like if I didn't get in around the top, bro, and I tried getting in around here, like I would have barely had any move to catch, and I would have been in it all day if I tried getting in here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just been a like really tough market, man. And people love to talk shit when people say that. They scoff like, "Oh, it's not the market, bro." Like, don't blame the market. But like, guys, this market has been pretty tough to trade. I'm sorry, it really has been.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
James says
okay.
reasonless markets lately. Yeah, 100%, bro. Like seriously.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually did find a bullish case for the analysis at the moment, which you might. I don't know if you want me to share my screen again, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
found.
definitely. Let's see.
Yeah. So this is interesting actually. Okay, let me get this up, guys. So where's my screen? Here we go.
There we go.
All right, let's take a look at this. I'm back on the NQ here doing some analysis, but what I had found, so the most recent fair value gap was actually made here on the 1 hour. So we had, yes, we came up, we did invert this one, but we actually came back into this this structural point. Well, this demand zone, and then created a new fair value gap out of that. And really, I mean, if you do that, in my opinion, you're going to want to retrace to at least the 78 level, right? Like 78%. So if we're looking here, that's like going to be around about up here. That's if we're going to get, like, you have to get a bit of a deeper retracement if even price is going to turn. So what it would do is more something like this, and then it would break structure down if it was going to hit that low. Because we did create a fair value gap out of there, and we've hit this inflection point. So, this is a fairly decent basic concept, but what was once resistance then becomes support. I always find that actually to be really helpful, and it's just as like a point of, not as always as a point to trade from, but definitely as a point of reference. So coming down and then really holding above that, which then wicking straight into that fair value gap. It looks like we have a case to come to at least that 78 percent level on the fib there, which would be up somewhere above here before then coming down. So we might hit that one of these wicks up here. I find that these in the right spot tend to hold quite well, so something like that. So we might be looking at something like that before we actually end up coming down. So if this breaks above this 30-minute that I was looking at, then I would be looking at that level before looking for another short. I actually don't think I'd be shorting, from above here like you were, just because of how bullish that structure is.
Yeah.
If we are gonna break that, it's not going to be from here. It's going to need a lot more charge. It's going to have to be here. People are going to really have to be thinking we're about to break up again. And then boom, then we'll hit that low, and then maybe we'll go up again from there. So that's sort of the case that I'm building up here now, and it looks like that actually might be the right way to look at it, just because of how price is reacting in that 30-minute fair value gap zone now, not really breaking lower. So that's if we can't hold it. But even if we do hold it, let's just say, for example, that that analysis doesn't work out for now when we don't break above. I don't think it would be smart to target a new low below here before we even get up to here, just because of what that new piece of analysis that I was viewing. What it would probably be smarter is to wait for it to come here. So maybe that would be like all we can really get out of there, and then finally, if we're going to get that low, previous day's low, it'll be something like that. So my target will probably be adjusted now from just because of where we are in this range, and I think that makes more sense considering the structure of the current market as well. So that's what I've got. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. What I would also just like, one of the things that I just need to see, especially right now, because it's been tougher to read lately. I'll get my screen up again. I think I'm going to need to see some SMT divergence, because that's just been really saving me. All my winning trades have had some type of SMT divergence before them. And also for your bullish scenario, I just caught this actually. We actually have a bullish SMT as well right here. So NQ put in a higher low right here, which was really frustrating because, I mean, it looked like, of course, we're going to come down and take these wicks, and we just didn't. So put in a higher low, while ES put in a much deeper lower low. So we do have that bullish SMT, which then kind of kicked off this move. And similarly, I mean, it's the same idea. Like we put in an hourly bullish fair value gap. Can't ignore hourly fair value gaps, especially when it's with the direction of the current order flow, right? When we're this bullish and then we put in a bullish hourly fair value gap, I mean, that is displacement, at least by the way I read it. So yeah, I just wasn't at the charts right here. And to be fair, I probably would not have taken it just because this is just a big problem for me, man. Like I'm good at trading the trend, but not when we're just unreasonably going up without deep retracements at all. Like I could comfortably trade with the trend. It used to be a big problem with me where I was always looking for reversals. I got that out of my system. I don't only look for reversals these days, but on these types of conditions where we're getting close to all-time highs and the market just wants to get there and it doesn't care about more traditional ways of getting there that I'm used to, like seeing liquidity sweeps and rebalancing to equilibrium or rebalancing fair value gaps. Like it's just a lot tougher for me because you have days all throughout the week in normal market conditions, you might have a couple of hours where it looks like it's not going to sweep a low, but it does. So then when we get into these conditions, it becomes tough to recognize it early enough to capitalize off it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because
I understand.
I keep thinking like, okay, yeah, it's been like this for a day, 2 days. Okay, but now we're on day 3. We're probably gonna get a mean reversion by now. So then you get caught up looking for that reversal. It's hard to recognize it in time. You know, it's always easy in hindsight because you see the thing went vertically up and you go, oh, how did I not long this? But easier said than done.
Well, it is, but if we just come back to, okay, what's price saying right now? Like if we were alive an hour earlier, you know, and seeing, we actually did come into that, you know, 1 hour fair value gap today, which is the most recent one, which is with the trend. You can't really ignore that. That is a decent retracement, you know. The 5 minute structure is bullish. We did retrace down into a 5 minute, you know, demand zone inside a 1 hour fair value gap. It made sense to long from there. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it did. It did 100%.
Yeah. So I have a lot. I've just closed my short. I think that analysis is way stronger than what I had for my the short play. I don't think it makes sense to short from here anymore.
Do you ever do this? Let me ask you. So something that really helps me out a lot each day, I look to see where previous day's high and previous day's low is, right? When we're somewhere in the middle, like we are here, I basically try to like narrow down and hypothesize which level do I think is going to get taken first, right? Because I know that there's data on this. I think it's like 90% of the time we take previous day's low or high out. I mean, most days, you know, an inside day happens, but it's pretty rare. So what I like to do a lot of the times is when we're kind of in the middle, I try to frame out my idea on which is coming first. Are we taking the high or are we taking the low?
Then
I can hypothesize and like come up, well, okay, we're inverting this 30-minute gap right now. If we invert that 30-minute gap and get above previous day's value area high, maybe I'm thinking that it's more likely at that point for us to come up and take previous day's high. Or if we hold it, then I'm thinking it's more likely for us to take previous day's low. And that helps me, just break things down and simplify it a little bit. I don't know if you ever do anything like that.
Well, one thing I do look at is I don't know the exact number, but I know the stat is really high. Like if you open the new day and you're in the top or bottom 25%, so if you break the day up into quarters, if you're like, say, in the top 25% of the previous day, you've got like super high, like it's like 80% likelihood that that actually will be the high that'll break first, or the high will break at some point in the day.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're open up in the 25% bottom, it's the same thing. The odds are really likely that you're gonna hit that bottom. That becomes an obvious liquidity target, which is what we've traded before, actually. You know, open up the day, you know, we're at the low, we had a bearish day. Okay, well, you're likely to at least hit that low before anything else. So Yeah, that's something that I'll look at for sure. But I need to take into account a lot more how powerful that stat really is, because I think that the stats are incredibly high when it comes to that. So, yeah, man.
Makes sense.
Got to look at it.
So right now I'm just got to be patient right now, man. I mean, we did get a little bit of an injection of volatility at the start of the 8 p.m. hour, but I think it might have been James, and you're in the chat today. I think I saw him talking about this on Twitter, and I agree. The Asia session has been pretty slow this week. It's been low volume lately. So, we haven't been getting the moves that we were getting last month, or even just a couple weeks ago, last week even. But that's just, just ebbs and flow. I'm sure the volatility will come back. Actually, James is just commenting now. What's he say? Number 1, we're at all-time highs. Number 2, crap news. True. Number 3, Iran. Number 4, no conviction from large funds. Number 5, S&P is actually bullish in higher time frame. It's all a recipe for the uneasy price action we're seeing. Yeah, I mean, the Iran stuff, I 1,000% agree with you. 1,000%. Everyone came in super bearish on, Sunday night open. We had that crazy drop down, that gap up or gap down. And then, I mean, literally we gapped down and we have not taken that low since. Immediately after the gap down, first 5-minute candle that printed, it's just been up, 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 up.
Yeah.
Market loves doing that, man. Whenever something seems too obvious, especially like fundamentally, you can't trust that shit.
Yeah. Well, the market, will react accordingly. Like it was whenever there's like a headline like that, which is just like, it's obvious that it's an overreaction. Like, oh yeah, World War III is coming, but people really know that it's not coming. It's going to blow over in a week, but people obviously don't trust. You can only be so sensational when it comes to people like Trump, for example. They can say so many things and it's going to move the market, and then eventually people are like, okay, well, you've cried wolf enough times now. It's not going to may not react the way that you would expect it to.
Facts.
Tyler's in. Welcome back, man.
Yo, what up, bro?
I hope you're long gold, because I'm long gold until.
Let's see. I think Tyler was in some swing longs at the start of the week.
Yeah, he was mentioning about going long on gold, and then we had a bit of a sell-off, but I think we're good to buy now. I actually, to be honest with you, I do want to sell it, but I don't want to sell it until 3352. That's where I'm going. Going 3352.
You want to pull up your gold chart? Tell us what you're seeing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll show you. We got a daily fair value gap, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna sell pretty hard. Not in anything. Okay, fair enough, boy. Let's take a look. So, I love this sell yesterday. I had a nice one. I got chopped up a little bit, but not that. Yesterday, here. So this is my trading yesterday. I had like a buy up to here, good. Sell. There was like 2 break evens here, and then a loss, and then I managed to catch some of this move and not all of it. So I can't remember where I got out. I think I got out a little bit here, and then the rest of it sort of up there. I didn't catch the majority of this move down, but that was what I was looking for sells. And then sort of what I was presuming is that we're either going to sell off from this level, or we're going to get up to this level and then sell off from there. So what I'm looking at was, if I go here, and show you the volume profile levels. So this was the value area high of the previous day, where you came that high in there. It was inside of 30-minute value gap. Oh, that was beautiful. I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. We'll sell that. And then we're either gonna keep going lower from there, from that fair value gap, and hold, or like I said, find support and then go to that next level. So what I was looking at, if we go to the daily, you can see that we have made a displacement move down and fair value gap here. So it's a pretty good chance that we're looking to make target a new low, and that's just after rejecting the high. Like, that was not strong whatsoever. So I don't think we've quite found the low yet. I think after rejecting that high and creating displacement down, price is going to want to find a new low. But yeah, the reason that I'm looking at higher here, even though price isn't going up for me right now, is price is holding bullish structures. So really until that breaks and fails. If that breaks and fails, well then,
I just don't like those equal lows right there. Right,
these
right around
ones.
your stop. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
That worries me.
Yeah, I don't look at that too much. For me, we're broken above the daily the value area high from yesterday. So this is the line I've drawn in here. Broken above it, came back down into it. We've still got the bullish structure. Okay, well, to me, we're going to that next level. So I've got the midnight price marked out. These levels are areas that I really like to target. Yeah, which we've got this leg. The last 1 hour fair value gap in there as well. So to me, that's okay. If that's when the first one doesn't hold, which is probably this one here, it shows that we're probably going to go to that last one as well. So, which again,
Tyler, the inversion, the ugly inversion. I saw one on the daily. Are you talking about the daily? Or are you talking about that lower time frame one that we just inverted? I think you had it marked out, Aiden.
Because I can't read his comment at the moment while I got my screen shared. So what did he mention? Which inversion?
Well, no, I mean, I noticed like I noticed some type of daily inversion fair value gap, but I think he might have actually been talking about lower time frame like that. I think when you were on the 5 or 15 minute, there was an inversion. I think you had that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I've inverted that, but yeah, I mean, that's only on the 5. And I guess we have inverted it here on the 30 now since we closed over. So yeah, that's not the strongest. We'll see if it could end up being a failed trade then.
Yo, which would be fair. We got CF in the chat. Hello, how you doing, bro? Randy's in the chat. What up, brother?
For the daily.
Randy's from the Black Shirt Club, Austin's mentorship. What up, bro? Yeah, I'll get mine up. Man? But James said nice trades, bro. Your other gold trades, they did look pretty good.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, I actually see. I do see. Yeah. Okay. What he meant by he said go on the daily chart. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because we've come into that.
Tyler, I forget. Tyler doesn't focus on the 5 minute much, but yeah, we did have that daily inversion.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. The 5 minute structure doesn't hold much relevance. It's true. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how we go. Still pretty keen on hitting that higher level at some point, but yeah, maybe after that inversion on the 30 minute, we could be looking at retracing a little bit lower. Let's see.
Yeah, and NASDAQ just continues to grind up. Pretty slow Asia sesh right now. When we got on, when did we get on? Like 8:15. I mean, we had a little bit of a grind up, but there really hasn't been a setup. I just gotta keep patience here. If I am going to take something, I think it's highly likely we grind up a little higher. I'm waiting to see if we could put in some type of SMT divergence. Maybe ES takes this high while NQ doesn't. That would be ideal. We get back below the previous day's value area high. And I mean, I really like these equal lows on ES on the 1 minute. Seems like a really clear target for a base hit scalp. I just need to get the entry criteria. So something like if ES takes this high, puts in an SMT while NQ does not take the high, and then we can get some type of like low time frame inversion. Again, not yet. I think NQ is going to come up a little higher. I want to see something like this, like one more sweep up, but that looks like it's going to have displacement with a little bit more of aggressive buying, but then quick displacement down, inversion. and then we can look to target some of this low resistance liquidity. If it sets up, like I said, I mean, I think it's highly likely that we do take some of these lows at some point in the next, throughout the trading session, whether it wants to be in London session maybe. But I'm just trying to see if I could get prepared for that if it's going to happen tonight.
Yep.
Or we just fucking grind up higher, because that's what this thing's been doing. I just realized too, we got this 15-minute gap, so that's good. Yeah, I came up with a few models: scalping 930 open and Globex open. Yeah, I actually saw you on stream, Tyler. I think you called like a banger long too often. What were the rules of the model? I think it was something like you only trade the first 15 minutes, 15 or 30 minutes, and you trade a 1-minute inversion. Yeah, trading 1 minute so I could be more involved in the market. Yeah, what are you doing? Just trading like the first 1 minute inversion fair value gap at 930 open? I'm sure it's a little more in depth than that, but from what I saw, it was something along those lines.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's funny, bro, because Tyler is like more of a higher time frame trader. Like, he made a lot of money with CFD prop firms, swing trading and stuff, and just focusing on like 15-minute and hourly even, I think you've said.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's still been able to run up like 20 Apex accounts with like crazy money. Like,
yeah, that's good.
And it
takes a different type of trading. Yeah, it takes a completely different type of trading.
Tyler, what would you say is your secret to the trailing drawdown, the intraday trailing drawdown? I hear two types of people, because I don't trade accounts with intraday trailing drawdown. It's just not my thing. But what I hear from people on both sides, I hear people say it's best to just try to get it out of the way. So if you have the money to, possibly blow accounts, just get that drawdown out of the way quickly. So if you're trading 50K Apex accounts, for example, I mean, it's only $2,000 of trailing drawdown. So just like look for a couple trades with bigger size and just try and make it quick, and then you're done. You have no, you can get that done in 1 or 2 days. Or you go the other route and you just have to be really aggressive with your profit taking, and you have to make sure that, you're not over leveraged. There's 2 ways of going about it. Trailing stops, risking less. There you go. So he goes the opposite way.
Yeah. You got to risk less, hey? You have to.
Yeah, that intraday trailing is a bitch, man. It's tough. I've tried a couple times. It's just it goes against my entire strategy, because I hold trades for, usually an hour, at least 2 hours. I'm looking for 3R. Like I can't, the intraday trailing can really fuck me up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I'd be able to make it work as well, because I do hold trades.
Oh yeah, you hold even longer than me.
Yeah, I hold. So, yeah, I would love to be able to make it work. I've been thinking about it again, but it would just, it's not bad. It's just that it's different. You got to
yeah, it's not bad. Like, I'm not even saying it's bad. It's just different. It's like you got to adjust your style.
Like, trying to get things working, and you sort of have a way of things in the way that they work, and profitability is quite fragile, and you try and mess with it a little bit, it can mess up the whole thing depending on how strong your edge is, but yeah, it's for those that can make it work, definitely.
Yeah, we got Ike in the chat too again.
Welcome.
Ike and Tyler are always showing up around the same time, man. What up, boys?
Yeah, legends. I have to get going now.
Do you follow Ike on Twitter, Aiden? You should follow.
No,
he's a good follow.
I'll follow him now.
I think it's like 4x Ike or something. He's a good follow, bro. He trades the complete opposite from you and me. I mean, complete opposite. He's like a hyper intraday scalper. He has a negative risk reward, so he'll risk like 3 to make 1. I believe that's the idea. Dude, he murders it.
What's his name on?
Let me see. I think it's like 4x Ike.
4x.
Yeah, 4x Ike. He's a good follow.
Can't find him.
Yeah, I got it right. Yo, Tyler, you're talking about the static Apex accounts? Or are you talking about CFDs? Bro, I'm waiting for a futures firm to come out with a static account. Like, goddamn, that would be sick.
I'm getting blown up with calls, my man. I have to. Forex. Okay, I'll search it right now. But yeah, I've got to get going because my phone is going mad. I've got work to do today, so.
No doubt, brother. No doubt. Yeah, I'll probably stay on a few more minutes, but it's been pretty slow. Yep. So.
No worries, my dude. It was great trading with you again. We will I'll definitely be able to catch you on the next one. It's always a good session. So everyone else, enjoy. Hopefully we can make some money today.
Absolutely, man. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Talk to you soon, brother. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, the static Apex accounts. I mean, I've heard some people talk about those. They give you like a crazy small amount of drawdown, though, right? Do I need to log in? I don't even know. I don't want to log into Apex right now. But they give you like they'll give you like what? Like I've seen $700 of static drawdown. But I guess if you just hit a couple of good trades, you make your buffer quick. I mean, static drawdown is great, man. It's the one thing I really miss about CFD accounts. Yo, have you guys been looking at E8 funding? I want to talk about E8 funding. This shit looks interesting. Ike fired up a stream yesterday. Yeah, bro. I caught some of your stream. I didn't catch it live, but I watched the replay, Ike. You did good, man. Yeah, I want to bring up this E8 accounts. These look interesting, bro. Futures, E8 futures. Let me bring this up. Is that kind of question? Do you reference previous day's point of control? Like if we are way above yesterday's, do you reference any of the earlier ones like 2 days ago or 3? That's a great question, man. So yes, I do. This is how it works. If you have a previous day's point of control from multiple days ago, it sounds like a silly name, but it's called the naked point of control. That's the way I was taught. So we actually have a naked point of control, right? Because yesterday's or 2 days ago now's POC was not engaged, right? So if we pull it up real quick, I think it was on the NQ. Yeah, right here. So on the NQ, if you could see, this was like, this is yesterday now, technically, but the day before, Tuesday's POC right here was never engaged. So at first, it was just previous day's point of control. Now, instead of that, because it has not been engaged, we could keep this level on our chart and it becomes a naked point of control. NPOC is what I call them. And pretty much you can use these as a draw on liquidity or a directional bias. So basically, it just helps give you the idea that maybe downside is not done. And you can look to trade towards it, similarly to the 80% setup. But it's important to understand that it's a little different than the 80% setup because there's not as much urgency to engage it. It's just more of something that you keep there and go, if the market starts giving me reasons to think that on the higher time frame we are going to start heading down, this is an added confluence. You could go, okay, I am seeing some bearish pressure right now, and we have a naked point of control still. So it gives you more reason to look for a potential target down there. And then, of course, they can be used as like classic support or resistance levels. So if tomorrow, because again, we're in a really high time frame uptrend, right? Like we're really bullish. So tomorrow, if we want to get a mean reversion, something like this, and come down to engage this naked point of control, we could also potentially look for reversals here to continue the trend because we're very bullish. So yeah, I do keep these marked on my charts though. Yeah, build the buffer, then you're good on those static accounts. I feel you. All right. Looks like it's going to be a day of no trades. Ike, I'm interested if you took a scalp here. Let me know. But previous day's value area high is still holding up as resistance pretty well. The problem is I have no SMT. And it's just we're just in a weird spot right now. So I don't like it. But I do like the idea of shorting down to the previous day's point of control because we have not engaged it yet, I don't believe. Yeah, market opens right here. So we haven't touched it yet. So as of right now, we have an 80% setup until we engage this level, which I'm sure we'll engage it at some point today. So it's just a matter of if and when and how we could find the setup. But trading down to this is a clear target. We just don't want to be in too early. Like if we see how we're just popping back up. If we don't have any displacement to the downside, no inversions, like there's no trade, even though we have a target. Yeah, it needs some movement. I know it's dead, man. It's really dead. Super dead. Yo, Ike, you're still in Jersey, right? Did you lose internet? It's so fucking hot here in New York, bro. I actually lost Wi-Fi. I'm on my hotspot right now, believe it or not. Because of the heat wave. It's crazy. Missed the 7:30 move, and since then I'm not seeing any entries. Need some 5-minute candles to be at least 10 points. Yeah, feel you, dude. Definitely feel you there. Thank you, Subra. Yeah, it was a good session. I mean, we had some good chats, but no trades, unfortunately. Nice, that's good. I'm glad we didn't lose power, just the Wi-Fi. Hopefully it fixes itself soon. I gotta say though, the hotspot, man, I'm streaming from my hotspot and it's working nice. Yo, dude, I think I may show up. I signed up for it. Are you going? If you go, I'll go. If you're awake at that time, take a look at Frankfurt Open, 2 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes it's enough movement to grab. Oh, James, bro, you're talking to the wrong guy, man. I traded London session heavily for like 2 years, man. When I was still working at Trader Joe's, I worked the early morning shift. So I worked from 4 a.m. Eastern. That's when I'd have to be at work. So I'd be waking up at like 3 a.m. and I would trade London, bro. I'd be on my phone. I'd be on the subway, like trading from London session. Yeah, there's some really good moves in London. You could totally like build a model around London or Frankfurt Open, whatever you want to call it. Sick, man. Okay, sick. Yeah, I'm going to go. I was thinking about going regardless, but yeah, now I'll definitely show up. Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea, man. I'm pretty hyped about that, actually. Tradeify is doing cool things. Even if they got that beef going on with PW right now. I'm not going to lie. I did think that was a bit crazy, man. Like, just dropping PW. I understand that he talks a lot of shit, but I think he was more just joking around. It's a lot of power right there. Like, I know that P-Dubs is making crazy money, but still, getting rid of your Tradeify affiliate commissions, that's probably a big chunk of bread, man. Tough on the body. What, trading London? Waking up at 2 a.m. is tough on the body. I don't do it anymore, bro. I'll tell you, though, once I started waking up at 4 a.m., like, oh, thank you. No kiss? Yeah. All right, that's probably my cue to get ready to leave and eat some dinner. Hey, Zach, I think you answered. I guess I'm behind in the stream by a few minutes, so thanks in advance. Just realized you probably answered. Yeah, I did answer. I hope to go hit the replay. Tradeify pays, who gives a fuck about anything else? Facts, bro. No, I'm with you. Dude, I'm trying to lock in this fucking Tradeify payout. I was like $800 away on Monday, and then I hit a fucking losing streak, and now I need to make like 2,000. I need to make $2,000. I needed $700 on Monday to take this Tradeify payout. And now I need to fucking make like $2,000 or something. But whatever, dude. It's all part of the game. Yeah, but all right, sick. Guys, wifey needs some attention. I'm going to go bounce. No trades. It looks like we might get a drop, but again, no setup, man. We just put a bunch of like equal highs up here. There's no setup tonight. We'll just trade New York session, keep it light and tight. But yeah, I will. I'm gonna show up at that Tradeify meetup, so I'll see you there. Like anyone else in NYC, come join that shit. That'll be sick. Plus the consistency. Yes, yeah. That's the most annoying part about these straight to funded. So like that's exactly the problem, because I had some bigger loss days. So now, best case scenario, if I don't want to fuck with the consistency score, I need to essentially, there's no way I could take my payout on Friday. I probably could. If I do it perfectly, I could take the payout on Friday. But then I'm trading for the payout and trying to I'm not just trading the way I need to trade. Then I'm trying to make a certain amount each day. So fuck it. I'll just keep it patient. We'll get the payout by next week probably. But all right, guys, talk to you later. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Again, like the stream if you can. Helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'll be back live here on Sunday night for the Open as usual. And talk then. I'll also be live on ASFX TV tomorrow, 11 a.m. So tune in there if you subscribe. But peace and love.